Good afternoon. I got the uh, I got the phone. It's funny the way this is set up. The phone is right there. I am my image in the landscape format on here is because the phone is propped up between something that's on the shelf and the support for the shelf. The support is actually blocking my image on the phone. If I move a little this way, now I can see myself, but the camera is uh, unencumbered. What's the word I'm looking for? Anyways, I won't get sidetracked with that. What happened was I just went to Metro PCS to find out what the heck has been going on. I paid like 200 and something dollars over the last couple of months for stuff. I had a phone. I lost it. It's been happening a lot over the last 3 or 4 years. Let's say 2 years. I've lost 3 or 4 phones in that time, uh, largely just because of having COVID and the symptoms associated with that. I went through some times where I would, my mind just was not working. I mean, it was like a blank slate. I mean, there were a lot of uh, long-term memory. See, I'm my vocabulary has suffered greatly, even at the best of times. Um, but there were a lot of long-term memory problems or there were a lot of the long-term memory stuff was okay. I mean, it was never like. See, I can't even think of this word now. What do you call it when you just forget everything? I can't even think of that word. Dang. Today is not a good day. I'm going to have to work on that. Now this is going to start to bother me. But, anyways, I won't get distracted anymore. What happened was I went to Metro to find out what's going on. And today's the 24th. This is the day that I'm supposed to pay the bill. And if I go to the store, they're only charging me like $32. If they do it online, for some reason, it's $47. I can't get an answer to that from anybody. And part of the problem also is this Metro store. It's here in Miami, and they are somewhat bilingual. They're certainly not fluent. I mean, the woman who got my bill down to $32 is largely bilingual. There's some real struggle with English among the rest of the employees. And well, that right there is a communication obstacle. But what we finally figured out, anyways, without getting into all the numbers, is they've been charging my old phone line. What happened was I went to buy another phone. And in order to keep all the prices down, I guess the price of the phone and the price of service, I can't remember how it parsed out exactly. But in order to keep prices down, I think it was just service. You have to have a new phone and a new number, and you get service for cheaper. However they do it, it's always these games they play. Just make it a price and stop. But every company does this nonsense. Seemingly, every company does this nonsense. But the thing was, I got a new phone with a new number, and it never occurred to me. I always got my old number every time I got an old phone before, or with this last phone, not the phone I currently have, but the phone that I got before, they changed the number over. But I'm assuming I didn't have auto pay because I no longer paid on the old phone number. That was 2 phones ago. This last phone, not the current one, this last phone, they did not delete the number. They didn't even ask me about it, which is something of a contention for me because they're offering me a new phone with a new number in order to get my service down, and yet I'm still being charged for the old number. Well, as you can imagine, that did not bring my service down at all. And the thing is, we just figured out 2 months after I bought this phone in August, the current one. I bought in August. So I paid all of August. Then September, I went to the store. They charged me 32. Okay, good. Then the very next day my service was cut off, and per text they I was informed that I owed $47. So I paid that just to keep the service on so I could use the phone. I went back to the store and said, "What's going on here?" And they said, "Well, we don't have any record of that $32." And this was a little while after. I didn't just like immediately go there because I had other things going on in life. And when I finally got back to the store, we don't have any record of that. They don't have any record of it because for some reason, when I was in there, they charged it to the old number. How they did that, I have no idea. And what I mean by how they did that, you're going to find out because, anyways, they had no record of the 32. They asked me for a receipt. I said, I don't have a receipt. Why? I don't keep receipts. I mean, this should be on your computer. Why do I have to have a record of it? They didn't have any record of it. I called 611. Their customer service couldn't do anything. They couldn't figure it out. On the website, they only have 2 months worth of bills. That's because I have a new number going back 2 months. Everything on my old number is on the old number. They can't do anything with that because I need that phone with that number for them to call to give me a PIN. Well, anyways, so that was September that I paid two different bills. And I've been trying to figure out per the store, per 611, per the website when I got on chat, nobody could figure out where these monies even were. My bank shows me Metro was taking this money out. Nobody else could figure out, well, where did it go? It went to my old number. I can't believe they don't just have an account with my name on it. This is part of the problem we're suffering now. So I'm in the store. We finally figure out while I'm in the store today, oh, you've got a new number. Well, all those monies have been charged to your old number. I said, good. We finally figured out where all that money is. Now just get on my old number and transfer it over to my new number so I don't have to pay anything anymore. Oh, we can't do that. We need your old number. Meaning I had to have the phone with the number so they could send me a PIN, blah, blah, blah. So they said, you have to call 611. There's nothing we could do here. So I called 611 while I was in the store. I called 611 and I spoke with that guy for a half hour. And what it comes down to is he could not do anything without me having my old number. And we just kept going back and forth over this. And I said multiple times, now, wait a second. You mean I'm in the store, there are phones all over the place. The two women behind the register or behind the counter there, they have computers in front of them. You're talking to me on a phone. You have a computer in front of you. With all of this technology, we as humans can't just get on my account and take those numbers and transfer them over to my new phone number, because this just went back and forth. And I said, do you realize if, as in the old days, we were doing this with paper and pencil, this would have all been resolved 2 hours ago? How can we say we're at the top of the food chain when the machines are making decisions and we cannot even do an end run? We do not have the technology to go into what the machines are doing and fix it. We do not even have that technology at our fingertips. And the guy said, okay, look, I understand. I understand your frustration. Let me talk to one of the women at the store. They need to call, oh, now I got to remember what this was. D, DSG, something support group, department support group. It was DSG. I remember that much. But anyways, so I'm holding the phone there. It's on speaker. He's talking to the woman and he says, you need to call DSG. And she said, we don't have the number. And he said, yes, you do. Talk to the manager. She has the number. And the woman said, no, the manager doesn't have the number. We don't have that number here. And the guy said, every store has that number. I've never heard anybody say they don't have that number. And it kept going back and forth. They don't have the number at that store. They don't have the number. They're supposed, the phone store does not have the phone number they need to call to fix this thing. So I got back on and I said, okay, look, is this a matter of national security? Is this some big secret or something? Don't you have the number? And he said, no, it's different for all the different stores. Oh my God. Yet again, technology is throwing up a roadblock and we can't even drive around it. Technology wins. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do now? And I'll get this figured out. I mean, I am not going to let computers drain my bank account because either they don't know any better or they do know better and they're pulling a fast one. But you can kind of see where I'm going with this. We have created such a complex system that we can't even use it half the time. And I've run into this. I don't know how many Facebook accounts I can't get back onto because Facebook says, oh, well, we need to access your old phone number. So every time I lose a phone, if I can't get that number back, or even if I can get that number back and it's not the, I bought a phone, same exact model as the phone that I used to have, same exact phone number, and I still not, I still could not get onto certain websites because it wasn't the exact same phone. Doesn't matter if it's the same model number, it's got to be like whatever are the multiple number of numbers that they put on your phone when you get into settings to try and figure something out. I mean, they've got so many numbers going on. They got the model number and they got an ID number and they got a SIM number and they got this and that and the other and it just goes on and on and on. But in any event, I mean, I don't care how technical you are. You're going to come up against a problem sooner or later while you're on the internet or just trying to do something like this or whatever that's beyond your capabilities because you can't know everything about this stuff. There's just too much. And I mean, even in the time it took me to make this video, how much code has been written in these few minutes? How many things have changed in the computer world in these few minutes? You could think you know everything there is to know about computers, and 2 seconds later, not anymore. So much has changed. I mean, just look at the AI conglomerations that they're building out there that are sucking up water and energy and just becoming hellscapes that are ruining towns. But that's those are all consumer and environmental issues. Those are not necessarily technological issues as like apropos to what I'm going through. But when you look at the size of those things and how much information is contained just in that building, and how quickly is that changing? I mean, I don't know what the next step up is from gigabytes, but whatever that is, it's three steps up from that. I mean, we're going to run out of words for the amount of information that can be created or processed or whatever in a heartbeat very soon. There's just going to be so much of it floating around out there. But it's just exasperating. Something as simple as, okay, you're taking money out of my account for a number I no longer have. And on top of that, I mean, on top of all of that stuff, let me just cover this thing. I paid $85 when I got this phone that I currently have. I paid $85, and like I say, I was spacey. I was just, somebody says, you owe me this much money. I can't even think. It's like, okay, here's the money. Just let's get this over with. I'm better now, thank you. But now I have to go back and look at what a mess these people have made of my finances in just 2 short months. But there was a $20 charge for a something plus 20 or something 20 plus, and a $20 charge for a something plus 50 or 50 plus, whatever they call their thing. These are both for international calls. I have never made an international call in my life. Why do I have two different plans, both of which cost $20 to make international calls that I never agreed to that? Why would I agree to spend more money on something that I have never even done in the entirety of my life? This is just crazy. They're sucking me dry. And forget the $85. That was a stupid mistake on a couple of people's parts. One of them being mine. I never should have shelled out that money without knowing what the hell it was for. But that's just water under the bridge. This other stuff. Let it just be known. This is Metro PCS, Metro by T-Mobile, whatever. They got a different name for every damn thing now. I mean, just call it one thing and make it simple. No, they can't do that. Anyways, that's it. This is my last month. I'm just paying the $32 for the phone, the old line. They already took that out of my bank account. The guy on the phone, he finally conceded they don't have to charge me that much for my current phone. He can get it down to $15. So now we're talking 15, 30, 32, 35, 46, 47. I mean, it's like every time I go to pay a bill or talk to somebody or whatever, it's a different amount. Just give me the cheapest plan, man. I'm always using Wi-Fi. I don't need all that data. I mean, I got 2 gigs of data. If I run out of that, well, I've got a phone from Visible. From now on, I'm going with Visible. This is the last month with me and Metro. The hell with them. They should have told me when I got the new phone with the new line, you're still going to be charged on the old line unless we discontinue it. Okay, discontinue it. That's fine. I don't even have that phone. Nobody said anything. And they're charging me. And nobody knows they're charging me on that phone number, even though I'm talking to 611. I'm talking to the store. I'm chatting on the website. No matter who I'm talking to, they can't figure this out. It took them 2 months to finally come up with this idea. Oh, wait, didn't you have a different number? Maybe they're charging that number. 2 months? It took you 2 months to... So that's that. I'm not dealing with this anymore. This is, and to the extent that I can, I am going to simplify my life. I'm not getting another Facebook account. I'm going to talk to them. If They can't get me on my old Facebook account that's got all of the art, all of the music videos, everything that I put on there. If I don't have access to that, it's just gone. Just gone. It is no more. I can't do anything with it. It's gone. Google. Oh, well, you can't get on your Gmail account because you don't have that old phone number. Your what do they call it? Second verification, whatever they call it. Come on, Google. You're selling my information all over the place. You're selling it to the highest bidder daily, I guarantee you. And the thing is, that Google account is tied to a YouTube account that's got hundreds of videos on it, most of them with me in it. You're telling me you can't look at my videos? You can't look at me and figure out, yeah, okay. He's actually the guy who owns that account. Really? Really? You're expecting me to believe that? That you can't verify I am me? I am me, Google. Don't be so stupid that you cannot verify I am me. Man, I could put a picture into Google photo search, whatever they call it, and it will instantly come up with all kinds of hits on that photograph. And almost always, when I do that, I can find that exact photograph, figure out who posted it, where it came from. You're telling me a Gmail account that is linked to a YouTube account that has literally dozens, possibly hundreds of videos with me in it. You can't figure out that Gmail account is mine? That's not verification? Come on, man. Stop being such lazy pricks. And that's another thing. I'm tired of hearing about how all these rich guys are, oh, they work so hard, they this, they that. No, they don't. They are the laziest people that we know. They are lazy, they are weak, they don't have any clue what to do when a hardship comes down the pike because they don't have to deal with life the way we do. So I don't want to hear about this. Uh, they're so, oh, no, they are not so. They're con men. Almost all of them. Just complete scam artists. But that's a whole nother video. Anyways, I just wanted to get this out. This is what I'm dealing with. So now I got to go to the library and the bank and figure all this stuff out. All right, well, may you live in interesting times. Here we are. These are novo evil times. Society is collapsing. Start making a community. Start learning to prep. You're going to need it sooner or later. Probably sooner. Anyways, thanks for watching. And if you didn't watch, well, what's wrong with you, man? All right, talk to you soon.